The Carolina Panthers didn't overthink it. They saw a big body, wide catch radius, go up and get it, jump ball monster in Tetairoa McMillan, and they drafted him. Pick 8 overall. There was obviously some red flags before the draft. Him kind of talking about not really seemingly even liking football, doesn't watch film on his own, and there's obviously concerns about, well, is his heart in it? Once he gets a contract, is he even going to try to be the best? I think that's kind of stupid, right? There's a lot of people out there that do things they're really good at that aren't necessarily maybe their dream even, or maybe it was just completely taken out of context. But either way, if you're very good at something, you should be rewarded for it, and the Panthers did exactly that. Of course, they really needed some skill position players for this team. They've got good running backs, sure, but you can't just throw to the running back all the time, right? You need some wide receivers. Leggett, there's a little bit of promise there. Coker's a little bit of promise. Thielen, obviously, he's still turning back the clock, if you will. But obviously, Tetairoa McMillan comes in as the true X number 1 wide receiver on this team. Bryce Young, right at the end of the season, had a couple of really good games stringing those together. You hope for his sake and the Panthers fans' sake that this is signs of good to come. Obviously, when you look at these weapons we talk about, there's not a whole lot going on there. So you might think, oh, well, if you're an NFL quarterback, you should still make it work. Trust me, I've seen Rodgers look like crap when his options were like MVS and Lazard, okay? You need weapons. You need an offensive line. They have a decent offensive line. I'll give them that. The middle of the pack. They're not bad. Tight end could use some work. Sanders projects to be the number 1, if not Tommy Tremble. Mitchell Evans is a little bit better of a blocker. Once again, talking about the running backs, this is where the team really shines. They got some pretty good backs here. Speaking of Chuba Hubbard, what a year he had, obviously, and you don't really worry too much about the run game. It's just what will these weapons look like, and obviously McMillan is a big option, not even just mentally, but physically for the Carolina Panthers, who you would assume. I mean, I wouldn't say it's a lock for 1,000 yards, but I like him. I like him for 1,000 yards. As far as the defense goes, this was arguably, maybe not even arguably, maybe even statistically, the worst defense in the entire league last year. Pass rush was horrible. Run defense was pretty bad. Obviously, you bring back Derek Brown from injury, which is definitely going to help a lot. DT still has a little bit of work. I'm putting this team as a 4-3 because Madden Sim just is not kind to 3-4 defenses, especially 2 rookie ones. Did we even show you the ratings of the rookies, by the way? We should probably do that. But these are the ratings. I'll show you the draft class, or I'll let you know which draft / roster we're using, which is Madden 26 V2 by your boy from the 215. This is on Xbox. I thought the classes were like across platform and all that, but I guess not. I thought they were, but I guess not. So yeah, that's that. Of course, they also have ETN here, and once again, talking about Evans. But looking at the defensive side of the ball, we have 2 star dev edge rushers. I think it's pretty fair to give both of them star dev, specifically Scorton on 79 power move, 81 block shed. Pretty high ratings, but EA's been pretty high with those ratings lately as well, so it wouldn't surprise me to see something similar to that, maybe a little bit lower, but these draft classes, they're going to get a little hype, they're going to get a little excited, a little more fair here for Princely, about same speed, a little bit of a finesse guy, though, compared to the power moves. As far as the rest of the defense goes, definitely good work on the DBs. Obviously, Merrick, hopefully, is a big addition for this team, but free safety Ransom is going to be our projected starter for right now. And then Smith Wade, probably a better slot than an actual boundary corner, is going to be our boundary corner because he has the most potential of those guys. Linebacker needs some work, but hopefully with Trevin Wallace here, we win maybe Rookie of the Year. I know he's not technically a rookie anymore, but because of the kind of whole draft process and whatnot, we have these guys as rookies. So I'm going to just let it fly. Whatever happens, happens. Because if we don't let it fly and then they win Rookie of the Year the following rebuild, what am I supposed to do? Take their dev away as well? It gets messy. I'm just going to let it play how it plays. The team doesn't look half bad after this draft class. They got a lot of guys that, are the kind of flashy names, if you will, the names that people know from the draft, right? Like you have McMillan, Scorton, Mielen, freaking ETN, Ransom, a lot of guys that are known by kind of like the scouting community, if you will, the mainstream picks, if you will. So we'll see what happens with that, but I do love having brand new edge rushers. Clowney kind of getting wasted here. Surprised he didn't end up joining a team that maybe a little closer to a Super Bowl win, because he can definitely put in some work for them, but Yeah, this is the Season 1 Carolina Panthers team. But every time I hear Princely's name, though, it just... every time it sounds like someone's asking if it's okay that they're loud. Hey, you mind me yelling? And I usually have some, like, intro thing where I'm like, you know, if you like the video, leave a like, blah, blah, blah. Tell me what you're blah. You know what I really want to know? I want to know, after the draft, right now, who are your, like, kind of favorites, your team you want to be using for Madden 26, or maybe right now. Maybe you're trying to make a franchise right now. Who are you most excited to use on the game? And of course, why not tell me which team you like to see rebuilt next? Got a bunch of different teams, you know, Cardinals, Falcons, a bunch of different teams. I am selling here, by the way. There's no way we hit this gold. There we go. That's a layup. Maybe we will. We got to hit a doubler. Oh, we got a chance here, I think. I don't love it. I don't love it. Oh, did we hit it? The GOAT! But yeah, also leave a like if you end up enjoying the video. Maybe subscribe if you're new. Ton of rebuilds on the way, and then obviously going to hopefully have that relocation franchise up this Saturday. Not even hopefully. We're going to have it either Saturday or Sunday, one of the two. It's not about can I get it up Saturday or Sunday. It's about which day feels the best. That's really the decision. $53 million. How many of these guys do we actually want to keep? Hunter Renfrow. Who knows if he even makes the roster. Obviously, they just signed him to a one-year deal, I believe. Tommy Tremble. Once upon a time, he was actually looking like he could have been like a Madden god. But don't know about that anymore. I think most of these guys we just let go. These guys are guys that are probably not going to develop. Obviously, Aquana you keep. But $53 million, I've seen worse. So it's a weird year because we are very unlikely to make the play. Hey. What? We're 8-9 and made the playoffs. One more loss or one half a loss away from being the 11th seed. Year 1 playoffs. Normally, oh wow, look at McMillan. You see that year he had. Normally I'm like, yeah, this is a bad thing because we're still kind of in rebuild mode, but I see a vision, right? I really just think that Panthers defense is just too bad to ever give them a real chance this year. But if those two edge rushers are actually halfway decent, if they just have a killer year, you never know. You never know. But yeah, I just think they've got too many young players starting, too many guys that probably will not be great early on, and that defense is still going to be pretty tough. Offense, though, like we can see here, I think they could have something. We'll see what kind of quarterback Bryce Young really is this year when he has a little bit more help. I still think they're not perfect, right? You know, even McMillan, he could be terrible. He could be awful. All the red flags, they might be real. He might be a problem day one. But I like to think that he won't be. But Bryce Young, what a year. 38 touchdowns, 15 picks, 4,200 yards. On the Panthers scheme, mind you, we were kind of doing badly early on. I was like, I don't even remember, like 4-6, 4-7. And I was like, oh, maybe we should change the playbook. Nope. Worked out perfectly. Of course, the run game in the playbook was terrible, though. It sucks wasting Jonathan Brooks, by the way, but, like, realism is speaking, and Chuba Hubbard needs to start. But after that, I think Brooks might get the start next season. McMillan was killer. Superstar to have minimum. Potentially rookie of the year. Like, very well could be rookie of the year. Sanders, not a bad year. Thielen and Leggett, not the best. Offensive line, I've seen way worse. Pass rush scoring, 10.5. McMillan, 7, not bad. Brown, 6.5 with 12 tackles for a loss. Actually not terrible. Not bad at all. Picks, got some numbers there. Matthew Wright, really good year for him. Sam Martin, over 50 yards per punt. Jimmy Horn, the return man, super speedy. A little bit of return yardage, nothing crazy. Josh Allen is your league MVP. We hopefully have Offensive Rookie of the Year. We do. McMillan, that's fighting guys like Odunze and Neighbors, you know? So not bad at all there. Scored number 4, which really is painful because he would have been Rookie of the Year if not for the real life name. So you win some, you lose some, unfortunately. Bryce Young, number 6 for QB. Running back, not on the list, obviously. McMillan, number 3, so he's a Pro Bowler minimum if we don't make the Super Bowl. But who knows? Scored number 9 for D-line. That's actually pretty good because that's an in-general thing, not just like rookie D-line. DB, no. Kicker at 3. All right, not a bad year. I mean, we're 8-9, so we've obviously lost more than we won. But if we have a run here, we could change that. But yeah, I don't love the odds. Eagles on the road. This is going to be an ugly one. Also, my game can't save more data for this. Well, the app can't save more data, which is great. Fantastic. So I'm not even sure what's going to happen here. Like, I don't even know if I'm allowed to save because we're killing it right now. So I might have to end up force winning if we win this game. What a performance by the offense, though. This is one of the craziest games I've ever seen in Sim. 44 points against the Eagles defense. This Panthers team could be special. Bryce Young, 6 touchdowns. Wow. Run game was, okay for our standards. McMillan was unbelievable. What a year. Derek Brown, Trevin Wallace, Cam Jackson, Jewel and Umami Ellen. This defense, or this offensive line didn't give up a single sack to the Eagles pass rush. That's insane. Zach Bond with a pick. Wow. I'm thoroughly impressed. All right, divisional round. There's not many teams that could really scare us. The Commanders at 9-8 do actually kind of scare me a little bit because it's another one of those underdog teams. Like, who's gonna win? Maybe there's a little bit of a story with us winning, but now they're 9-8. That story's gone. But NFC East coming in strong. If we win this game, we might be taking on the Cowboys too. So could be the whole NFC East. Because both those teams are on the road. So, unless the Giants killed it, which maybe Jackson Dart's that guy. You imagine it's the Cowboys as our defense. They did everything they could there. As now there's no excuse. So we can put up 44 points against the Eagles. But the Commanders, that's the defense that's no. You don't understand. You're going against one of the greatest to ever do it. Oh, my Lord. We are not prepared. I really want to blitz here, but we got to play coverage. And he's in trouble! Sacked by the big fella. 2-minute warning. The game is not over. Derek Brown on the pressure. Pulled off the blitz, which I think was a smart decision because they actually looked like they blocked it up well. It was just about Derek Brown being better than his guy and making a man miss. There was no real overload chance, in my opinion. He would have just dumped that off to the tight end, and we might have just lost right away. Instead, we got Derek Brown a little bit of time as Horn gets an okay return to the 43-yard line, or at the 2-minute warning pretty much. We have a chance. 57 yards away from tying this game or going to overtime, which we're not even going to get that ball off. Dietrich Wise Jr. I'm going to go with another screen pass. Who would have thought of it? Who would have thought? 2 in a row. Great juke move. Oh, I thought he was going to spin out of it. Bryce Young not playing his best football, but the team is still in it. The team is still in it. I really hate going this short when we have, no time, but you got to get this. That's a great throw and unfortunately dropped. 4th and 3. I don't know what you want from me. That's a perfect ball. Adam Thielen now. That's a tough one. Good catch. First down. Corners. I'm not super worried, right? We don't have to hit out-of-bounds plays, but it would be a little easier. That's a tough one. Drops it. That's a good throw. It's just not a lot of throw power. So, unfortunately, the game, they kind of know where you're throwing because it takes so long for that ball to travel. They're going to be blitzing, it seems. McMillan's going to have a chance. What a route. What a route. Not a great throw, which is going to lead him behind. Come on, Bryce. Let's try a little bit harder. We're going to go right back to it, see if he wins it again. They're on it again, but another trash throw by Bryce Young. What are we doing here? That's a tough one. And he drops it. Oh, my God. I'm sorry, but I don't believe it for 1 second that McMillan doesn't catch that ball. I simply don't. Can I get Brooks back behind the line? Thank you. Need a block. They're going to be on this. I need Thielen. Bryce Young showed off that speed. Bryce Young! Oh, we sold. I think that clock's running, isn't it? Did he step out? Really clutch to step out if he did, though. I wanted it all. Can't see the foot. Oh, look at that. Great vision by the refs. We save a timeout, so if we get caught, we're okay. Coker of all the people. In trouble. Damn, I should have just taken off. This is a lot of effort, man. We got to clutch this up, brother. Do we run the ball? Because we can't take this timeout with us anyways. And it works! Chuba Hubbard! No, Brooks, actually. Jonathan Brooks. Do you go for 2? The defense has not been great. But they've woken up a little bit. McMillan. They got that inside shade, so you would think out would be open. McMillan! He almost didn't get that, by the way. His right foot hung out like a freaking crazy person. Do you see this right foot? Bro. brother, if they review this, I mean, they're letting us sim it, so that is a catch. I'm telling you, I thought I saw that foot hanging out way further than it needed to be. But we win the game 25-24. Clutching up. I mean, the team had 2 minutes on their own. They probably could have done it, but you know what? It has been a while since we've had a crazy run like this with a team that just has no business being here. That I'm just here for it. I want to see it. I just want to see it happen. If we see fit, we'll still do a damn 5-year rebuild. I don't care. But I want to see this happen year one, if possible. Championship round. I mean, it's literally a win of a rebuild already, and we didn't even do anything. You know, I changed the team to a 4-3. I guess you want to give that kind of credit, but it's barely even fair. As the Lions are also 9-8. What is wrong with this league? 9-8, 9-8, 8-9 are all some of the best teams in the league. At least the NFC. It's a rainy one in Carolina. This is one of the wildest weather games I've seen in Madden. I mean, this is the dreariest day of all time. Defense is keeping us in it. We're up by 3. Second half, 10-point lead. Defense is doing well, but the offense got to wake up, and that's going to do it, I think. Oh, my God. We're in the Super Bowl year one with the Panthers. 31-16. And you know what's crazy? I think I moved us to a 4-3, but forgot to change the actual scheme or the playbook. We'll have to take a look. I'm not even sure. You know what? I'm kind of drawing a blank here. McMillan obviously going to do what he does. Scoring 3.5 sacks. Wow, what a game. He looks like he could be that guy. He might be. Yeah, we still have the Carolina playbook, even though we're in a 4-3. We're in the Super Bowl. I'm not touching a damn thing. You're an actual insane person if you think I'm doing any of that. Not a hope in the world as we are taking on the Chiefs. It might be all coming down to an end here. I don't care what I need to do to win this game. I'm going to try and do it. I do not care. Just to show you. I mean, this is unbelievable. Did they have a bye week? They did too. Damn. So we're an 8-9 team. Panthers, mind you, going against the number 1 seed. Almost did a three-peat a year ago in this realm team. What are we doing? 85 overall for Bryce Young, which is actually really good. McMillan an 88 overall. Our sliders are only on 145. So, I mean, I guess just the years that these guys had in their youth, especially McMillan, obviously, definitely going to boost those ratings up quite a bit. I mean, you look at Leggett, he went up 4 overalls with the training camp. So, yeah, nowhere even near the other guys. Not even remotely close. Did Sanders go up in dev, actually? Damn, that would have been a huge one. 79 overall. Deserving. Definitely deserving as, he had a really good year. 8 touchdowns. 8 touchdowns for a tight end. That's good. That's pretty damn good. As far as the defense goes, would have thought Scoring would have went up a little higher than that. Double-digit sacks. 83 overall. That's actually really good. Smith-Wade, 78 overall. He was not star dev, right? Nice. Once again, probably fits better in the slot, but that's okay. I just want players. I just want good players. Some of the other guys like Merrick, he went up 1 overall. Roseboom goes to star. Mielin obviously barely went up. Cam Jackson barely went up. Ransom barely went up. But the offense specifically, those guys definitely had a start to this rebuild. But let's see if we can really have a start and win a damn Super Bowl in year one. Here we go. Did we find the cheese? 4-3 with the Panthers 3-4 playbook. Could that be the cheese? As we're up 14-0, 14 all. Huge field goal before half, though. We'll take it. But, man, this Chiefs team, you just know it's going to go bad sooner or later. We're up by 3. A touchdown could do it. Ooh, this is bad. The Chiefs are definitely going to get the lead here. 3rd and 7. 4th and 7. They kick a field goal. 4 minutes left. I mean, you keep your team on the field, you got to kick. If you don't go for this, yeah, that's insanity, dude. That's literal insane people talk. Oh, man, freaking Chris Jones. So we're going to double him because I have no idea what his abilities are. Oh, my God. Brooks just carried that. I don't care what anyone says. Brooks carried the literal F out of that, dude. He actually, even though we double-team Chris... Oh, why are we... 4th and 3. I still think you go for this. You got to, dude. They're just moving the ball like nothing, and, you just can't. Mesh spot. One of the toughest plays. Oh, it's double tight end, though. Really? 12? All right. Got a bump. Perfect play. Down to the 35 inbounds. Timeouts are gone for the Chiefs. This could be a Super Bowl in year one, dude. Man, they are really trying everything out here, huh? I mean, whatever. A minute left. And the Panthers win a Super Bowl in year one. Oh, my. 30-24. Like, sure, we had to give them a little bit of a nudge, but nothing they couldn't really have done on their own. It's just more making the decision to go for it rather than actually converting it for them. Because the AI is pretty damn good. Usually in those short down distance, they usually convert. But, yeah, they just weren't going to try. 4th and 1, you have to. 4th and 3, okay, if you have a really good punter, you could probably pin him inside the 5, inside the 10. Maybe it's worth punting there. But 4th and 1, no. You got to go for that. I do not care if you're basically guaranteeing a field goal if you fail, but you got to go for it. 4th and 1, you win these games. You win in the league by being risky nowadays. That's the way it's done, and because of it, the Panthers are hoisting the Lombardi after year one. And I am going to take some credit because that 4-3 defense, it was pretty good. Of course, Bryce Young, really good stuff here. McMillan, that man. He was that man. One of his worst performances, yet still had 49 yards and a touchdown. Rashee Rice, though, killed it. Wasn't enough, though. Chris Jones, 3.5 sacks. Bolton with 1. Roseboom with 1. Jackson, Hamilton, and McMillan with half apiece. Clean kicking. I mean, it was just a clean game, both sides. It was just, we ended up with a couple more scoring drives than them. And again, showing you guys that there's no funny business. We just cooked. I mean, we didn't even use one of the good playbooks. We just rocked base. Very disappointed though that Bryce Young didn't get to superstar dev. It must have been close. 38 touchdowns, 4,200 yards. It must have been like one more touchdown, 10 more yards, something crazy. Maybe not 10 more yards. That'd be really, really crazy close. But yeah, and we have a lot of money because obviously Bryce doesn't need to be paid yet, and Adam Thielen retires a champion. We love to see that. And even as a Packers fan, I love to see that. I like people that do it the right way, I can respect Harrison Smith and Thielen and, any player that I don't really care what team, Walter Payton was a sick running back, I don't care. Barry's that guy. Of course, Aquanu needing a 5th-year option. It's not bad value, but he's actually interested in joining. I don't want to ruin that interest. I'm going to try to just sign him long-term when I can, so we will wait on that. Let's go to free agency, though, where we, once again, can spend a little bit of money if we want, which I think we want. I do think we want. Let's take a look at what we even have as an option. Yeah, not my favorite. Not my favorite options here. Molden, but I don't even think it's worth it. Brother, why? I forgot to extend him for their team, and now he's a free agent getting the bag, which is weird because why is he getting offered $42 million per year when the Browns rebuild we did, it was like $20 million per year as a higher overall with star dev? I don't get that at all, but yeah, free agency is going to be weak, so pretty much unexpected to sign anybody. Maybe Hernandez, I don't know. I would have loved to see a lineman, but it's a pretty weak group of linemen. We're at pick 32, and obviously with a pick like that, you can't really get away with trading up, in my opinion. So we'll have to make a decision because I do like this Mitch Goddard. We definitely could use a wide receiver. Legette's not perfect, and more importantly, we did just lose Thielen. Problem is, I do have a very fast Peter Copper later on. Is he one of those generational types, the superstars, if you will, the superstar builds? Maybe. Thing is, do I really need wide receiver first round? Probably not. Oh, and that corner's a top 5. I truly believe he's another one of those normal dev top 5s, but even that is probably worth it. So we're going to take Nate Jett, cornerback. Don't even know if I need oh my god, I have this on. Hey, very fitting for the NFL draft. Why not? What do we got? Please be hidden. Okay, very rare. Number 5 in the top 5. Hidden dev. Usually these top 5s are normal, especially when they're shorter. They feel normal dev most of the time. I'll change the the draft thing after the fact. For now, we're just going to keep it on. Safety could be an option. John Killings. Yeah, I'm going hard on the DB. Let's see if we do it. 30 true talent. Also hit. Okay, now that is crazy lucky. Okay, the problem is we need some O-linemen. We need at least one lineman, so we'll probably have to trade up in this round. Could also use a tight end, but I think Sanders showed himself. I think he did well enough. We do have a day 3. It'd be nice to get both. Clay and Williams, I think, would be a great duo. Oh, we need Northrup, too. Oh, okay. Problem is he's a 389 nose tackle. I think Cam Jackson's playing defensive tackle again. I'm really glad we landed 2 really good DBs, though, because now that I'm thinking back on it, I'm like, yeah, we really shouldn't have done that, because we need linebackers still. We need DT. O-line wouldn't hurt. Honestly, I think you're actually looking at a trade-up for, if we even can, because I need to keep that 3rd-round pick, because I need Williams with that pick, I think. Trade up for a linebacker, which, man, I don't know. I don't know. It's going to cost a lot. We trade a 4th and a 5th this year with a 4th and a 6th next year for 82, which keeps us at 32. Going to be taking that center at that spot, I imagine. And then with this pick, taking Ken Terrell Fuller. Of course, you still have that freaking Roger Goodell thing on. Pick 18, true. And another hidden dev. So some of our rebuilds lately, we've been really unlucky. We've been hitting a lot of normals that I just don't expect to be normals. But this one, we're hitting a lot of hiddens that I would have definitely expected, especially that safety, to be not hidden development trade, of course. We're going to be taking Earl Williams with this pick. Center, 6'4". This will probably be our normal. Watch, 74 true. No, we're continuing the streak. Alrighty. Probably going to slow sim because even though we don't need tight end, we might as well take one if one of them are here. Oh, Streeter skipped the combine. I thought he was, maybe it was left side speed. Which speed, speaking of. We also need Copper for sure. But Donovan Streeter, yeah, left side speed. So probably looking at like a 4.6 if he actually ran. Okay, see ya. I don't know why that happens to me so often. It just does. I back out like once from the draft thing, and it just sends me all the way to Madden like 12. All right, we're going to have to trade up for speed. We use a lowly little 7th round pick to do so. Speed's going to be great depth, if not a starter. I don't know. We'll see what we want to do with that. But yeah, Speed is the man. Sheldon Speed. Looks really good, actually. I think this is going to be a sleeper. 35 true, that's a sleeper for sure. And he's hidden on top of it. That's a tough one. Because Sanders is good for us, but he is normal dev. I'm going to go to the next round. I don't want to lose Copper. As long as I have a wide receiver here, I'm down. Damn, it is just Copper. I guess I'm going to trade up for him because 4.24 elite speed. There's a lot of chances to be superstar with that. And UDFA, I've seen a lot of them go in the 5th, so let's not mess around. Both of our remaining picks to do so, I think we had a great draft. Yes, I would have loved to get a defensive tackle, but other than that, we've landed pretty much all of our needs in one go. Peter Copper, if he's hidden, that's a perfect draft. Damn, normal dev, still going to be our slot guy, 99 speed, 98 excel, agility, change direction, 97 and 95. But yeah, other than him, like literally everyone was hidden dev. To land both corner and safety that are both hidden, pretty impressive, pretty rare. Got lucky. Let's take a look at what we're looking like for that draft recap. 77 overall for Nate Jett. Top 5 true talent. Great man, great zone. Press is a little iffy, but is super speedy on top of it. Dev of star. Probably going to be our corner too. Smith Wade fits a little bit better in the slot, I think. And we'll be happy with that. John Killings. 73 zone, 73 man, 80 hit power, 91 speed, 91 acceleration. Very, very basic player. He's like the same across the board. Star dev, would love to see X Factor there. Safeties, getting those guys high dev, those are the ones. Tough position to develop. Fuller, though, 75 overall. Well, damn, I think Trevin Wallace is going to be the one moving over. He's normal development trait, but he's good still. What do you want to put him at? Left out? Left outside? Right out? Let's put him at right out. And then note boom at left outside linebacker, I think, would be the move. 76 overall after that goes up. Earl Williams, hidden development trait. Very good pass blocker. Power blocking in general, well, yeah. Is it? No, it might have been power blocking. I don't even know. Maybe just run blocking was bad. Either way, got ourselves a starter. Number 59, huh? Sheldon Speed, 74 overall. Very good player, actually. Even run block solid for him. Really, what was that truck? 73 trucking as well. He's got a really interesting build. Number 10 is not my favorite. I hate the Chiefs. Have I ever said I hate the Chiefs? I hate the Chiefs. Dev, Star Dev. I thought one of these guys had been higher than Star, but not going to be the case. Peter Copper, Very raw, I'd imagine. But a guy that we're hoping could develop as our slot. And then honestly, we took pretty much everyone we wanted, so there's really no point to check. I mean, even Northrup, he's a nose tackle, so even if he's great, I don't know if he would have worked out. I would have taken him if I had no other choice, for sure. It's better than, our 69 overall DT we have now, but yeah, fair enough. Back from off-season workouts, Chuba Hubbard, what does he get? Because he's like an 87, 88 overall right now. Would have loved to see him go to Superstar, but he can't with a freaking bad running scheme. At least that's what EA tells us. Really good numbers, actually. 3 to truck and juke move. I don't think that's actually true. For some reason, that's just not how it goes. It's usually like 1 or 2. Let's actually take a look. He's only 26, by the way, so yeah, we are smart to have started him. No, it actually was 3 to juke, 3 to truck, 5 to ball carrier vision, 6,000 XP as well. Can't believe it takes 17,000 XP to upgrade him from this point. He's only 26. I guess it doesn't matter to them. They do not care. Tyler Beatty, what up? Also, let me know what you guys think about these. You guys are usually pretty hard on me thinking that I should actually be more like greedy with teams. This is too much in real life, right? A 4th-round pick for Dowdle, probably at best a 5th. Probably a 6th, though. 4th-round pick, very high. Could have maybe even gone up to a 3rd. What do you guys think? I think a 3rd would have been hard. Should I play it kind of like, okay, get value, but don't, take too much? What do you guys think? Or should I just go for it? Every realistic rebuild, the most we can get is what we should do. Because in real life, technically, if a team was willing to offer, the Panthers a 3rd-round pick for Dowdle, they would definitely take it. All right, Season 2, coming off a Super Bowl win. The team looks great, dude. 89 Chuba, 87 Bryce, Sanders an 80 overall again, and Sanders needs some work. But team looks, we got 3 linemen that are 85 pretty much, 4 that are 80 plus. Defensively, the D-line looks pretty good, specifically Scorton. We're going to have Wharton start at DT2 because Jackson is just not going to happen, unfortunately. Looking at the safeties, solid corner, solid linebackers. They're getting there. Team's looking actually pretty good. We could actually win one again by year 3. All right, we have some contracts to take care of. JC Horn is basically asking to play for free, so I will oblige to that 6-year contract. Aquanu, this is an expensive one, but it would have been a lot more if we would have done the 5th-year option. $20 million per year for a tackle. A franchise tackle is pennies. Moten, usually a guy that's let go in free agency. I don't know if it's just because he has this red interest, but I'm not going to do that. So 2-year, okay, maybe that is, because 2-year 46 is more than a long-term left tackle versus Moten, who's a couple of years left maybe. We'll still try to get him back, though. I want to keep him for sure. Clowney, I might even want to keep him. He's a red. If a green interest, $11 million per year, Clowney was asking, I would have kept him, but I'm not going to pay him $15 million per. Sorry. Another great year. Unfortunately, Eagles are having a little bit of a greater year, so 13-4 will not get us the bye week with the 14-3 Philadelphia Eagles. We had a pretty tough division too, 12-5 and 9-8. So this isn't just like last year where we got lucky that the division sucked. We're just good. We're just a good team. Looking at that season, though, we were 10-1 at one point, a couple losses near the end of the year, but overall a really good season. Yet again, back in the playoffs after a Super Bowl win. This Panthers team, dude, I can see it for almost every team. I just don't know if I see this. I just don't. And it's not hear me out. It's okay, I do see it. I can see it if Bryce Young in that offense is great. But realistically, I don't know how I feel about it. Whereas other teams, it's okay, fair enough. But yeah, Scorton, McMillan, Derek Brown, amazing seasons, right? This is hopefully some dev ups there. Tackles for a loss on top of it. Hopefully some dev ups from that edge. Kickers, they were great. Yearly awards, don't see what was Bryce's season like. Actually, we got Coach of the Year, which is cool. I didn't actually pay attention to that. Number 2 for Offensive Player of the Year. Number 2 for Defensive Player of the Year. Oh, that sucks. Best quarterback, number 9. Best running back, number 4. Best wide receiver, number 9. Best O-line, not on the list. Best D-line at number 6 and 8. And 4, I was about to say, where the hell is Derek Brown? Linebacker, no. DB, 3 Buccaneers in a row. And then kicker at 5. So, great year again. Back in the postseason. Taking on the Bears. I don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but if we did what we did last year, I suspect this to be a win. At least I hope so. All right, going to the end of the game. The Bears starting off strong, driving down for 7. They fought really hard to get there. We only got 3. We get a stop. We get 7. We get another stop. We get nothing. We get a stop. We get nothing. Defense doing really well. Offense is not finishing drives. Once again, we're in a 4-3 with the Panthers playbook on defense. I'm not going to change it. If it's working, I'm not going to change it. So, to put in perspective, 3-4 defenses are so... Look at the defense killing it with 2 picks. 3-4 defenses are so ass in Sim that simply running a 4-3 scheme is better than a 3-4, even with the wrong playbook. McMillan with 2 sacks, a pick for Jet and Ransom. Ransom's not even a starter anymore. Like, that's actually crazy, no? The wrong playbook for the scheme is better than a 3-4 defense playbook that is arguably the best. Pittsburgh defense. Baffling stuff. But we're on the divisional round. This Panthers team is just winning. They are just winning. The Buccaneers, obviously they're going to be pretty mad at us because we took the home field advantage from them. 2 games now. And in general, they're division rivals. Left right, I believe, is us. And I don't believe the score is known. Maybe left right is them, actually. It is. 6-0 at the moment. Not looking great. Third quarter. I don't love it. We are down by 9 now. Offense has got to do something here. 1st and 10. Oh my God. 2nd and 20. 3rd and... Okay. It's like 4th and inches, I think, here. They're going to say to go for a field goal, probably. I disagree. I don't know what the situation in the game is, but it doesn't really matter to me. Where the hell? Can we just get like a proper run? Vita Vea definitely has inside stuff. If they get this stop, that's crazy, though. Okay, I was about to say, they are not ready for it. Unless they gave us a first down. I thought it said 4th down with 0 to go because it's like inches or whatever. But, yeah, I don't know what the situation is because it's just not working. I think we're short. They just kicked a field goal from the 3-yard line. Oh, my. 3rd and 7, they got a first down. This offense deserves to lose. 4th and 1, they get the conversion. And I don't know what the situation is, but I'm pretty sure we've lost. 12-3. Wow. Okay. Ooh, that's a bad performance on offense. 3 points, dude. That's crazy. Team's luck into touchdowns. And we couldn't get one lucky touchdown. Wow. Only field goals. Like, well, I don't even know when the last time that's happened. It's got to be pretty rare, right? Only field goals we lost by. That's a tough loss, dude. Like, we were on the verge of something special. Defense was on another level. And we lose to a team that's probably not even going to go to the Super Bowl. Okay, even though they're in our division, at least they did make the Super Bowl. They're taking on the Bills, and they are going to win. So, I mean, I guess, to be fair, we lost to the Super Bowl champions. That doesn't make me feel any better, to be honest. A Hubbard superstar, that's pretty big. That's actually kind of clutch. But, yeah, at least I suppose we didn't lose to a team that wasn't even good enough to win a Super Bowl. Sanders started at 83 overall. I'm glad that we've given him a chance. Look at him go. He's looking good. Panthers scheme's not bad. It's just that playoff performance is pretty bad. Defensively, Derek Brown's an X factor. No one else goes up in dev, I don't think, unfortunately. But Derek Brown going up to X factor is pretty big. 28-year-old. Going to help him prevent regression. Need a defensive tackle pretty hard. Linebacker wouldn't hurt. So defensive tackle, linebacker, more O-line as usual. But other than that, I think the team is really good. Honestly, if we have a run, maybe it's a 3-year rebuild. You know, we've done a rebuild for almost every single one of these teams millions of different times. And we've already won a Super Bowl year 1. I don't really know what more we can do. Found the cheese of the 4-3 defense, rocking the Panthers playbook. See, I'm like certain if we change to the Bills, it'd be even better. But I also just don't want to ruin a good thing, so why would I do that? I'm just going to let it ride, dude. 13-4 after a Super Bowl run and win with the Panthers is crazy. And honestly, if we didn't get insanely unlucky, we would have been right back in the championship round right there. This is a tough decision. You have a quarterback that you obviously want to keep long-term. The reinterest is medium. You don't want something to go bad and then it drops below medium. $43 million, that could be $60 million per. I really think, honestly, though, like the 5th-year option, it really is mainly just for like guys you don't know if you want to keep or you don't know the direction they're going. If you know a guy's a franchise guy, I mean, I'm just going to re-sign him. I don't really need an extra year, right? A lot of money, so we're going to try to keep at least 60 mil here, but I will say, as expected, not going to be anyone worthy for us to go for anyways, so we're basically just going to be skipping free agency here, I imagine. Mason Graham? So, like, even if I forgot to add extra years, why are these teams letting them go anyways? 81 overall, 23-year-old defensive tackle, and you're just letting him go to free agency? Why? Like, I know it's not every single player, but it's still, like, even one is too many. EA's got to do better. All right, pick 27. What do we got? I didn't, prioritize getting up this high. Oh. So I scouted 3 wide receivers. It was a 1-2, a 2-3, and then a 3-4. And they all look pretty good. This guy's apparently top 5, though. That is absurd, and I obviously have to draft him. There was a really good lineman as well. There was like a top 5. Heenan looks good, but A, I don't even technically need a lineman just yet, and B, I need defensive tackle way more. Problem is, do I trust one of these DTs to be better than Cox anyways? Probably not, right? A finesse Cox, that's good enough. Even if he's like mid as hell. Like, I really like Meeks, but even if he's mid as hell, A finesse automatically, even at normal dev, gives him a really good chance to develop at some point, especially if he wins Rookie of the Year. So, with that being said, this is a trade down. We're going to get more value, try to get that wide receiver as well. Get the DT, get the O-line, get the wide receiver. I think we'll be cooking. We haven't really traded down much, so in fairness, let's do this, obviously. Get myself a bunch of stuff just for one move. They did that in real life, so, I mean, you can't say anything about that. That was, like, basically almost exactly what they did. Let's try to move down, though. Late, I don't hate this Saints trade either, but late second to maybe get a third on top of it. Oh, did I not get enough for this? I traded for a late second and third this year with a second next year from the Bills, and they just straight up took it. I mean, so be it. It was good enough for me, and that's a great trade-up because that's who I was going to take, and that's a good lineman, so they did well there, I think. Let's take a look at what we got for ourselves. I mean, I suppose let's go DT first because it's our biggest positional need. That wide receiver's cool and all, but I don't necessarily need him where I definitely need a DT. Forgot to take this off, by the way. 39 true talent. Hidden dev. There you go. Worth the pick every day of the week. Let's now move on to 31, which is going to be that wide receiver. See if we get ourselves, maybe he's a future starter. Also, there's a guy named Adrian Peterson, a running back, and he's definitely not as good as real-life Adrian Peterson, but I just threw him on the board just because, what the hell? What do you mean, Corey Boykin, going to be normal dev, almost guaranteed. But True Talent 3, normal dev, you got to take him. Even if you believe he's normal, which I absolutely believed he was going to be, you got to make that move, I think, every time. Linebackers in need, we got 2 guys, 2-3, Graham, who I think might actually be worth trading up for. What about the other middle linebacker? We also have Dennard, but Bonds, he was also very good. I like both of them. I know one's a 2-3, but I don't really care. I'm down just for whoever. So we trade a 3rd and a 4th this year with a 5th round next year to move up to 73. If we want that lineman, we're going to also have to take him. But we could just sit there because we do have a day 3. My hope was to grab all of them, but that's fine. We're going to go with Corey Bonds. Automatic starter no matter what. We got to get somebody young in there and starting. Get a chance at Rookie of the Year. Dev up, all that stuff. Normal dev, unfortunately, but totally worth it, I think. You're getting a starting guy long term. Now the Eagles. Can we move up to the Eagles spot here? So we trade a 3rd, a 5th this year, a 6th next year, and a 5th 2 years from now to get this Eagles selection, which is going to be an offensive lineman by the name of Mr. Kamani Bolden. Of course, Andrew Jackson's the name of the other lineman, but Kamani Bolden, a lot of versatility there. Could be playing tackle for us in the future. Damn. Okay, you can't always have the luck with the hidden devs. So we had it obviously in year 1, but our first rebuild. But not this one. Draft recap, that wide receiver was really good. Defensive tackle, Broderick Cox, 73 overall, 82 finesse move. Looking pretty good if you ask me. We now take a look at Corey Boykin, 77 overall. Short route's amazing. Catching's very good. Speed's decent. But yeah, this is one of those players that you're kind of tricked by, right? Like, this is technically a top 5, but would I even say he's probably even top 10 at his position in this class? I don't know. I really don't. So that overall is being massively inflated, which I just don't think the value is necessarily there. Bond will be our new left outside linebacker. Very raw in man coverage, not the best in block shed, but he's a good player. He's obviously athletic. And then Kamani Bolden, normal development trade. Another good player that just happens to be normal. All right, Season 3 could quite well be the final season. We'll see. We're going to play it by ear. We're going to see if there's more we feel needs to be done. But obviously we won a Super Bowl year one, so is there more to be done? I don't know. We'll see what happens. I really don't know what, it really is just playing it by ear, the perfect example, because I don't know really what I'm looking for in this season to be like, okay, yeah, we got to do another one. I'm not really sure what. I really don't. So when that happens, I'll know, but for now, I don't. All right, Bryce Young, $51 million per year. I think we definitely made the right call with not giving the fifth-year option. Not that much more than the fifth-year option anyways. Trayvon Merrick, obviously money's going to become a problem soon. Not sure when. Maybe it is this season. And no, it's not this season. Not quite yet. Leggett needs a contract coming up, though. This is going to be so devastating if we lose this game, which we probably will. Oh, my. We lost the final 2 games of the year to lose the bye week. That is pure pain, dude. 13-4 again. Great year, but we lose the final 2 games. The Niners and then the Eagles. Of all the teams to help the Eagles, it's the Niners. Oh, my. Did the Niners at least make the playoffs? They did at 10-7. They're obviously helping themselves, but still, indirectly, that's basically what happened. Bryce Young, great year again. Rushing. Chuba Hubbard, amazing numbers. McMillan was great. Leggett was solid. Sanders was solid. Boykin was all right for a rookie. 7 touchdowns from the slots. Amazing. Moten, a lot of sacks allowed. But Hunt, the worst lineman on the team, technically, by overall, the best season. 0 sacks allowed. Could go to Superstar. Sacks, Iman Mielen, Brown, scoring, all amazing picks. Pretty low. Kicking, great. Punting, solid. I mean, outside of getting that bye week, or not getting that bye week, I should say, almost the perfect season. Truly. Bryce Young, the number 4 for MVP. Anything? Boykin, Rookie of the Year on offense. Bonds, Rookie of the Year on defense. Clutch, number 1 QB, number 1 running back, number 2 wide receiver, number 1 O-line, number 2 and 3 and 9 for D-line. DB and linebacker. DB actually at 9. Linebacker, no. Kicker at 2. I mean, one of the best teams in the entire league, especially the NFC. Unbelievable. The Buccaneers, 9-8. Do better, please. Last season was an absolute letdown. Don't let it happen again. All right, going to the end of the game. The Buccaneers starting off strong with 3. We get nothing. Don't let this happen again. 3-3. Touchdown. There you go. 10-3. It's far from over, obviously. 10-9. Buccaneers and their damn field goals, dude. 23-12. Back and forth a little bit here. 26-12. 29-12. And no back-to-back for the Buccaneers as we take them out early in the wild card round. Maybe we don't mind having that, bye week taken away from us because we get to take on the Buccaneers and beat them ourselves, and you obviously get that practice in there. Of course, Hubbard, really good performance. Leggett, killing it. And then we have the D-line. They did play a little bit better than us. Walter Nolan's apparently a Buccaneer here. Bonds and Zion McCollum. Going forward, I'll probably have to go through every player in the league and change their contracts. I wish you could do that from the main menu because otherwise you have to do it every time. Maybe I just start an offline again. Start an offline save. Maybe even do a video on what to do to set this up. If you guys would really like that, let me know in the comment section below, or just leave it a like, I guess helps. But here we are, divisional round. See if we can, the Niners, we just lost to them. And, I mean, it wasn't their fault specifically, but sort of the reason why we didn't have the bye week. So, yeah, we obviously want some revenge. 10-7, 49ers. They're an 89 overall, but we are slightly better. Vikings and Eagles on the other side. Niners coming out with 7. We get 7 right back, though. We get a stop. We get a really long drive that leads to a touchdown. They get one as well, though, and right before half we had a chance. Did not hit the field goal. Second half, great start, but it's once again all tied up. 24-21. Niners the chance for the lead. Don't take it. Huge drive here. I mean, you could walk off with the win here. You could genuinely walk off with the win. And they might have given the Niners too much time, but they don't, because there was an interception. I would love to see who did it, because they just clutched up, sending us to the championship round. Bryce Young and Brock Purdy, pretty equal performances. A little bit more, yards and attempts for Young, but also the big one, no interceptions for Bryce. Let's take a look. Who was the one who clutched it? Killing it with an interception, putting us in the championship round against, let's be honest, probably the Eagles. Is it the Eagles? Is it the Vikings? It is the Eagles, as expected. I suppose let's take a look at that performance. They only had to play one game because they stole our bye week. They beat the Vikings by 11. All right, here it is. Winners in the Super Bowl. We are very equal, but not quite as high of an overall as them. End of the game. Can we have a crazy one? We give up 3 to start, but I can live with it. Oh, that was a huge drive. And 2 huge drives that just don't lead in points. We finally get some points. Touchdown, another touchdown. This defense is doing pretty well so far. 14-6. I've definitely jinxed it. 14 all. Man, this offense got to do a little bit better. This defense is giving them everything. They've given them everything they've ever wanted. As right now, they're walking off with an L. 4th and 3, they kick a field goal, they hit it, but a minute 30. This is what the offense should want. The ball is last in their hands. They can walk off with the dub. At worst, you're looking at hopefully overtime. Screen pass. Blocks usually aren't developed on this. Great freaking blocking by the rookie Williams. Actually, not even really a rookie anymore, but what a block there. I should have actually just let them finish this. I just wanted to be out here just to get that conversion because they were looking kind of bad. Forced it over there. Did he catch that? Look at the catch. Oh, my. Laying out for it, catching it. They're like, nah, dude, we're not even going to challenge this. That was a catch. It sucks to admit, but it's a catch. Sanders has a tough one. Not going to catch that one. Could just let them hit it now. Let's try it. Watch it throw away the game right away. Wow, just nothing. Unbelievable kick from 56, by the way. Not only that, but they're going to get a chance. And they're not going to do it. Thankfully, ran out of time. 3rd and 4. Offense is moving. 3rd and 9. Huge 3rd and 9. 42-yarder to Leggett. Eagles with ball will not score. And the Panthers are going to head to the Super Bowl pretty much on their own merit. Yes, we converted for 3rd and 10, but then that's it. We got one conversion. Bryce Young outperformed Jalen Hurts for sure. Rushing, pretty equal performance, but, arguably better performance from Hubbard. He had 8 broken tackles, just not as good at blocking. Leggett was insane. Wow, back to the Super Bowl. Yeah, I guess that's going to be it. We're going to do a 3-year winner and lose. I don't know how you top this. I really don't even know how this team is where it is. Once again, the wrong playbook. We are still rocking the Carolina Panthers playbook. The only difference is in the entire scheme, schematically, is just that we're a 4-3 instead of a 3-4, which I don't know how many people are running that. But, I'm especially when you don't really have those established guys, I'm fine with reverting it. I'm fine with going to a 4-3. I do not care. As we're going to have the Raiders here. It's an interesting team drop. Team name. 4 overalls higher than them. Chuba Hubbard's an X factor. Would have never thought that in a million years. Bryce Young, the superstar, though. Deep, medium, short accuracy, all great. Just that big thing is that freaking throw power, lack thereof. And then, of course, we have Chuba Hubbard, the 94 overall X Factor. He was great throughout this one, obviously, but still, I would have never expected it. I almost started Brooks. What a mistake that would have been. Hands down, every day of the week would have been a mistake. McMillan, 95 overall X Factor. What a guy. Deep rout's not great, but everything else is basically maxed out. Definitely worth it. Leggett, did he go to Superstar or no? He did not. He's an 88 or 86 overall. Sanders an 87. And then offensively, we have Cox, who I think was only star, right? No, you would. When did he get to? It's another one of those rookie of the year, or not rookie of the year, player of the week of things, I think. I don't know. Another superstar dev that just appeared out of thin air, I guess. I don't know what to tell you. Trayvon Merrick, 87 overall superstar. Clutch timing as we just paid him as well. Worth the contract because of it. Team's looking really good. Did Trevin Wallace, still normal dev. He's still good. Be a normal dev. Bond's only star dev. Only a 77 overall after winning Rookie of the Year. It's kind of crazy, actually. I'm used to seeing way higher than that for Rookie of the Year winners, but doesn't matter to me because we have found our way. Actually, did what's his name go up in dev? Robert Hunt? He did. Nice superstar dev. But for all the marbles, chance at arguably a dynasty, 2 Super Bowls out of 3 years, especially for the Panthers. I'd say they would probably do more because it's like, well, the Panthers they're not dominating anybody. They're just lucky. It's like, well, you won 2. Is that really lucky? You do something twice, I don't think it's really lucky anymore. All right, end of the game. Left to right, I believe, is them. We start out with 3, which is pretty good. They get 3 back, though. It's all tied up. Another 3, so we're back up by 3. They get a touchdown. They're up by 4. We're up by 3 after a touchdown ourselves. Second half, huge touchdown drive, 10-point game. That's down to a 3-point game. Into the fourth, we're down by 4. Huge drive, up by 3. Huge drive for the Raiders. They have the ball up 4. Defense needs to make a stop, otherwise our run is over. 3rd and 4. Arguably the game on the line, considering the field down, the down and distance as well. I mean, they're wasting the clock like hard, too. Okay, we'll shift over. And they run out of time. Wow, big. Delay of game. Wow, they are nervous. Crazy part is they're going for this thing. They're still looking like they're about to throw this ball. We're going to come with the mid-blitz. And he's going to just somehow find Brock Bowers. That's insane. Oh, of course, it's Shedeur Sanders, who is not going to be a Raider at this point in his career. That is painful to see. Losing off some bull crap. 2nd and 9, 3rd and 3. I mean, here it is. Before, it was kind of like, okay, yeah, you kind of need this. Now, you physically have to have it. We're run committing. I mean, they should be fine with a field goal, so there's no way they would throw this ball. Our guy, Merrick, just sells, and he's going to be inches. Maybe a blessing in disguise, as we might be able to win the game on a touchdown if we get the stop. You got to get in there, though. Which our guys are pretty dumb, it seems, so we'll see. And we do get the stop. Fair enough. Touchdown wins it. And you best believe I'm going to be the one trying to do this for us. Do I trust anyone on this team? No, I don't. Sanders. I get it, we're fading, but he's got to do better of not only hitting the throw, but also our guy needs to just go for that ball. The ball is catchable. Hits him in like the knee. Open your eyes and go for that ball, dude. That is ridiculous. He's in a trail position and just predicts it. All right, McMillan, he's been pretty clutch on this route, but they're playing off, so they're probably going to be able to chase him pretty well here. Maybe, but not today. Barely gets the feet down. What a game from Bryce, too. Be a real shame if this didn't end up in a win for him with a game like this. Secondary route, he's going to catch it, but he's going to be in the field of play. Absolutely illegal contact. Just completely bumps him and stops him dead. His wheel has really not been open. But Sanders has been very open on it, and he will get out of bounds to the 19-yard line. Of all the players to carry this drive, I would have never expected it to be Sanders in a million years. McMillan on that out. Dude, he's been open on it. They're on it this time, though. Bryce Young is going to have some room to run. Not a lot, but enough. About 6 yards got us out of bounds. I'll cheese that route again. I don't think it's going to be open is the problem. 3rd and 4, we actually need to have some outlet here, just in case. He's open. He's open. McMillan! Touchdown, Panthers! Gonna go up by 3, but the Raiders have time. 1st and 10. They, of course, get into field goal range, bro. Of course they get into field goal range. 47-yarder, 48-yarder. He's gonna hit it, and we're gonna go to overtime. Damn, defense, you are ass. This defense really sold one. Overtime Super Bowl. Let's see. I mean, either way, we win. But not the game, but, this coin toss. We're going to either choose the kick or we're going to be playing defense automatically. Panthers have 1, which means to kick. All right, Panthers defense. You haven't gotten a stop in a while. 3rd and 3, 4th and 1. They punt it. Offense just needs a field goal. Offense just needs a field goal, but they'll take the touchdown and this Super Bowl. The Carolina Panthers have won 2 Super Bowls in 3 years. What a run. Obviously a tough fought one. This run had some moments. We'd have come in a couple of times, make some plays. And ultimately, the Carolina Panthers are Super Bowl champions yet again. We don't even need to see this. We've already seen this celebration. Who would have thought? Take a look at Bryce Young. What a performance. 5 touchdowns, 1 pick, 475 yards. Especially since it's an overtime game. That's one of the top 5 Super Bowl performances all time, without a doubt. Looking at the receiving numbers, McMillan, 4 touchdowns, 175 yards. That's a crazy set of numbers. Hubbard with 12 catches as well. That's pretty big too. Sacks, both teams got in there, but obviously Crosby What a game. Watson got a pick. Doesn't matter, though, because we won. I don't care how many picks you have. We won the game. Again, no funny business. Just pure dominance. This Panthers team absolutely surprised me. This is one of our most surprising, especially since, once again, I've said it a few times, we're in the wrong playbook scheme. 3-4 Panthers defense while playing a base 4-3. And yet we had the success we did. I mean, that's awesome. That's great. Why can't more rebuilds be like this? You know? Of course, we looked at pretty much all these guys. Oh, Boykin went to star, by the way. Obviously, it makes sense because he went and won himself the Rookie of the Year award. Short route. I mean, you got to respect a guy that knows what he is. You just got to, right? He's a slot receiver. He's 99 short route in his other route runnings. Even his release is horrible. You got to respect it. You just have to. Sanders, we didn't look at. I think Leggett, we didn't either. Sanders, very good route runner, very good catcher. Not the most elusive or speed-wise, but he was pulling away from players on that one drive. So, I mean, if you get open, I don't really care how you do it. Leggett, he's actually a pretty good player. Short and route and release is maybe needing a little bit of work, but obviously solid nonetheless. Defensively, Killings an 80 overall. John Killings had that interception clutched up. Definitely appreciate him a ton. Then I don't remember if we looked at Merrick. I know we looked at his dev, but I don't know if we actually looked at his ratings. Going to be a high hit power guy. 89 hit power, 81 zone coverage, run support, unfortunately, but he's still a really good player. He's a superstar dev and a 2-time Super Bowl champion, baby. Doing it against his former team as well, mind you. Let's take a look at Kentrell Fuller, 82 overall. Would have been great to see him get a pick there. Great block shed, not so great in the coverage, but that's fine. As we now move over to the other side, the rookie himself, Bonds, 77 overall, Corey Bonds, 88 speed, 88. Oh, they're making him a pass rusher. What the hell? I mean, we don't know what scheme we're running anyways, so it makes sense. It honestly is weird enough to make sense here. Trevin Wallace, 85 overall, probably because of field general, and it is. I mean, it's just, field general is so busted. It is playmaker on offense, field general on defense. There's just some things that are just insane. Speed rusher on defense. It's really solid. J.C. Horn, amazing corner. Really good press corner. That press is 94 press. That's really good. Then we have on the other side of the ball, Jets, 86 overall, Nate Jett. Really good man, really good zone. Press is decent. What else do we have for the defense? Do we have, Smith Wade. Really good out the gate. Dropped him down to the number 3 spot. It makes sense because, he's a little bit smaller. He's, the height's about the same, but he's 30 pounds lower, lighter than the corner 2 we have now. Edge, unbelievable. I really did not expect this. Princely Umanmielen, basically maxed. Speed rusher, it's the way to go. Scorton was pretty much consistently better than him throughout this thing, and he's a higher overall, but I bet you his pass rush ability is nowhere near as good. Yeah, not even close. I mean, obviously, 99 power move, technically it is, but finesse, nowhere near. Block shed, nowhere near. He's just not even close, but still a very good player, so it worked out in the end. And then we have defensive tackles. Derek Brown, the X-Factor, 96 overall. Finesse isn't very good, but 90 power move, 96 block shed. That is the guy stopping the run, How clutch it was to have a guy like him there, 4th and inches. I mean, if it wasn't for that, if they would have went for the field goal, likely we would not have won. They would have had time to tie the game right back up or actually go for the lead as they tie the game up in the end. Cox, 89 finesse move, and that's going to be it. A little bit of a shorter one. I don't know how long the video actually was because we had a lot of playoff games in there, but as far as seasons, one of our shorter ones, but the goal is to win a Super Bowl. We won 2 of them. That's A-okay to me. We're going to have rebuilds where we do 5 years and we don't win a Super Bowl, so it's nice to have a mix-up of 3 years, 2 Super Bowls, especially for a team that you don't expect it to happen for. Any teams you want to see in the future, let me know. Seahawks might be the next one with Milroe. Might just straight up start. I don't really care about Sam Darnold and whatnot. I mean, who cares, dude? Sam Darnold, we've had all year to use Sam Darnold. Jalen Milroe time, I don't care. He's probably going to be the starter for us in that rebuild. Or maybe, I don't know, the Cardinals, the Falcons, some pretty good offseason teams we'll still have to get to. I'd say we'll slow down with the rebuild soon enough, especially once that relocation franchise starts. But, the hype of the draft is still happening, and these rebuilds have been really fun. So there'll probably be more draft type videos. Don't know if I want to do any like actual draft, like reacting to the draft or anything like that. I'll leave that to the professionals. But maybe I'll have one of like, what I think about the Packers draft or the draft as a whole, but not many. Maybe one perhaps. But yeah. Once again, if you enjoyed the video, maybe leave a like, subscribe if you're new. If you're not new, I appreciate your continued support on the channel. Follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr. Second channel, PK plays for non-Madden content. Might be back-to-back days without Oblivion, only because the video I have right now is actually super long. And even if I get it edited in time, it's going to take so long to render that I'm just not going to have time to render both. So I apologize, but we'll be back on the Oblivion grind soon enough. Regardless, though, thanks for watching. Hope you guys come back for next video. But until next video, see ya. And again, as always, shout out to the members of the channel. Truly appreciate you guys a ton. If you're not already a member and you're thinking about becoming one, click the join button next to the subscribe button. All the details will be in there. Of course, we have a monthly members-only rebuild on the 15th of every month, so be on the lookout for that. Remember not, though, appreciate you all for watching, and see ya.